Mary Alice, we do have some breaking news about independent candidate Robert Kennedy Jr. What's the word?
Yeah, Kira, this is big news. Sources telling us that he plans to drop out of the race by the end of this week. You remember, at some points during this race, especially this spring, he was polling as high as 10%. There was a question about whether he was going to make it on debate stages. Now, Democrats have been pushing to get him off of the ballot in key states, really worried that a strong third-party contender could take votes away from President Biden back then. Now, a lot of that all changed in the last month when everything changed for the Democratic ticket. At that point, Democrats started to feel like he was likely drawing more support from Donald Trump. Now, we have a lot of reporting suggesting that he is seriously considering endorsing Trump when he backs out. That could make a big difference in this race. I mean, if those followers that are close to him might go along with him. Though I will say, I've interviewed many of his sort of strong supporters, and they sort of range the political gamut. You know, I've talked to some who are key environmentalists. That was, of course, Kennedy's background. It's hard for me to imagine those Kennedy supporters backing Trump, who, of course, has called for larger investments in oil and gas, who's called climate change a hoax. But there's others who, of course, have supported Kennedy for what he said about vaccines, the way that he's talked about the Democratic Party. It'll be really interesting to watch where his supporters go, but this is big news coming just now, and we are still waiting for official comment from the Democratic Party, Kira.